ओके now श्री
मुफ्त में दे
सुगंधर
दिया
से
था।
सुगर रॉय
कोयला निकालने के लिए परमिशन मुफ्त में दे दी थी, लूटो भाई लूटो।
सर
नहीं, इन्होंने लूटने के बाद उनको दिया।
सर
The members on this side have said I've misled the house. Please appoint a committee of the house to look into this. Who's misleading the house?
yes Sukhendu Roy, are you not speaking?
point of order.
No, you speak.
Point of order was
What is the
raised
point of order?
and the chair was consulting the rule book.
No,
That
no,
is
no,
why
I was
sat down.
looking at something else.
Sir, as an ordinary
Chair is in
student,
headache today.
as an ordinary student of law and a new entrant to this august house, the upper house of our great parliament, I was wondering whether the discussion should be limited within half an hour or 1 hour, because according to me, this is a major amendment of the original act, and this house ought to have discussed the matter threadbare. Unfortunately, I am disappointed that so much time has not been given for highlighting the provisions of the bill one after another. In any case, since I am duty bound to abide by the ruling of the chair, I want to make a few points in addition to the suggestions made by my leader in the House, Mr. Derek O'Brien. I would urge upon the government at the outset to consider the constructive suggestions given by Mr. Derek O'Brien on behalf of our party. In addition to that, I would like to point out one particular area of our country, that is Keonjhar district in the state of Odisha. All of us know that Keonjhar is a very backward district of our country, and everybody will be amused to know that 3 of the top taxpayers of this country, 10 top taxpayers of the country, among them 3 of them are from Keonjhar. How could it be? Because those 3 top taxpayers of the country from Keonjhar, they do not belong to that area, but they are the owners of the mines situate in Keonjhar district. So this is the tragedy of the mining areas of our country. Sir, one of the provisions, major provisions of the Principal Act, according to that provision, it is incumbent upon the government that the central government to take all such steps as may be necessary for the conservation and systematic development of minerals in India. Therefore, conservation and systematic development of minerals in India. What conservation we are doing, sir? We cannot add 1 ton of any mineral to any mines in this country or anywhere in this world. Whatever natural resources the God has gifted to this country, we are owning that. We cannot add anything to that. We are selling out, we are leasing out, we are extracting, we are finishing, we are ruining without thinking about the conservation of the mines to the extent it is required for the betterment of the country's economy. Sir, what we are leaving for our next generation? One of the major provisions of this amendment bill, is that the ownership will be given or the lease will be given, granted for 50 years, prospectively and retrospectively both, without making any assessment. What about the prospective renewal of lease for 50 years? Is there any assessment made by the government that the leases granted before the commencement of this act, amendment bill, or the ordinance, whether those people who have been granted mining lease are acting according to the provisions of the Parent Act.
Please.
There is no such assessment, sir. Therefore, I would urge upon the government to make an assessment of each and every lease granted to the lessees and to be granted to the lessees. All these lease contracts should be assessed for the betterment of our economy. And sir, finally, the trust. My friend from Odisha has highlighted about the trust, the state trust and the national trust. There is no details about the formation of the trust. My humble suggestion to the government is that the participation of the state should be more, not only in the state trust, but in the process of giving allotment, the grant of lease, or in the process of decision-making process of this e-tendering or whatever the government is doing. In all the decision-making process, the state governments must be taken into confidence. And lastly, last line, if at all, I do not know, if at all this amendment bill goes to the select committee, that select committee, they must decide the bill within a definite time frame and as quickly as possible. And this House has an authority under the rules to fix a time that the select committee makes a report before this House.
Thank you.